So I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, just sitting at home minding my own business, scrolling, and I came across a video that was talking about 75 heart challenge. It sparked some interest and I started researching it a little bit more. You know, what are the rules? What do people say about it? Are there any results online? So I went on YouTube, of course, and I started looking for information. And at first, after the initial sparked interest, I was like, okay, maybe I should do it. But then as I kept watching more videos about it and getting more information about it, I think my fitness and nutritional training kicked in, and I was like, no way in hell. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do this. This is stupid. This is like me in my early 20s. This is something that I would love, right? Before I got my personal trainer certificate, when I was really uneducated and I was doing crash diets and I was doing all these challenges, that approach of like, let's do this really hard for 1 week or 2 weeks or a month, and then we're gonna just... The 75 heart challenge, obviously it's 75 days during which you follow certain rules, and let me tell you very quickly what those rules are. Rule number 1, you need to follow a healthy diet. It doesn't give you an actual diet plan or any specific guidelines. It just says whatever healthy diet means for you, do it. Part of that rule is no alcohol. So for 75 days, no alcohol. Rule number 2, you have to drink 1 gallon of water a day. It's 3.7 liters a day. Rule number 3, you need to do 2 workouts a day, every day. One of those workouts can be anywhere, inside, outside. The second workout has to be outside, and they both need to be a minimum of 45 minutes. All right. Next rule, you need to read 10 pages per day. I think that there was a clarification on that it has to be a non-fiction, so it has to be like a self-help book. The last rule is that you have to take daily progress pictures. So these are the rules. I was thinking about it. Okay, my brain was working real hard. I was like, you know what, I've been feeling kind of demotivated lately with my gym, with my fat loss journey, with just taking care of myself. So I was thinking, maybe I need that kick. Maybe I just need a project. Maybe I just need a challenge. I want to do it, but I know that it's not a very smart idea. I'm gonna explain to you why I think this is not a good idea for a regular person to do this kind of challenge, or actually really anybody. So first rule, follow a healthy diet. Love this rule. No problems with this rule. Healthy diet gives you enough flexibility to decide on your own what you want your foods to be. Second rule, to drink 1 gallon of water per day. That's 3.7 liters per day. I have no problem with that. I think that hydration is very, very important. It also can regulate your hunger levels. However, there is a recommended amount for people. For women and men, it's different. There's also people who might have issues with their kidneys. I wish that people would stop pushing drinking water so much and would just say that it's important, but you have to drink what's good for your body. Do the research, ask your doctor. Rule number 3, and the most problematic one of them all, 2 workouts per day, every day, for 75 days. I know that the creator of this challenge say that this is not a physical challenge. It's not a challenge to lose weight, shred, get into certain physique, and they say that it's rather a mental toughness challenge. That would work if these rules in this challenge weren't so heavily targeted at physical, if that makes sense. Why else would you take daily pictures of your entire body if you weren't interested in how your body is going to change from day 1 to day 75? 2 workouts a day is fine. Listen, you can go to the gym in the morning and then have a walk in the evening. That's actually what a lot of fitness professionals advise people to do. You do have to have a rest day. There's just no way around it. You have to have a rest day. Your body needs to recover. Recovery is crucial to your fitness journey, to your fitness progress. It's not healthy. In no world, in no context, it would be healthy to work out twice a day for a minimum of 45 minutes every single day with no breaks. And yes, if you actually go on YouTube and search the results and befores and afters, they are quite impressive, yes. But again, if you put your body if you put your body through such torture, of course you're gonna look different. But, and this is the biggest issue that I have with this challenge, what happens after the 75 days? When you come to the gym or when you come to a personal trainer and you tell them, I want to lose fat, what they hear and what their goal is for you to lose that fat, and then most importantly, to keep that fat off of you for the rest of your life, ideally. And of course, life happens and we are not always in control of the circumstances and our environments, but ideally, this is what every personal trainer's, every fitness professional's goal should be. How do you do this? You put together a plan, a training plan, a diet plan for people that is sustainable, that they can maintain after that vigorous. There is no vigorous. There is no. When you come to personal trainers, you can come and say, yes, I want to train with you for 3 months, and then after that, bye-bye, and that's totally fine. But within these 3 months, they're not going to put you on a crash diet and give you a super intense workout program. They will just show you what to do. They will educate you, they will give you the tools, they will show you how to eat properly, they will show you how to train properly, they will teach you the form, they will teach you how to do progressive overload, how to design your workouts so that you can walk away after those 3 months and continue doing it on your own. This is something that you have to do for the rest of your life if you want to get that physique that you want and maintain it. A lot of people don't realize that and don't even think about it. They just want that goal. They just want to lose that fat. And then what happens afterwards, they don't think about. So this is the job of the fitness professional, to put everything into perspective and explain to their client that, hey, this is only part of the task. This is only half of your task to get that weight off. And this is why so many fitness professionals talk about lifestyle change, because this is what then you have to do yourself, and this is the bulk of work. The question is, if you go hard for 75 days like this and you will torture yourself, you do 2 workouts a day every single day with no breaks, you have to ask yourself, once this challenge is over, will I be able to maintain the exact same level of training that I did when I lost weight? Because if you stop doing what you've been doing while you were losing weight, everything will just come back, because you only lost weight because you were doing X amount of exercising. So here's what I was thinking. These were my dilemmas. These were my problems with this challenge. In no world, like, there's no way that I would put myself through this, not only because it's really tough and probably impossible. Let's put it this way, it's possible, but it's probably going to be very, very tough, and it's going to create a lot of pressure and a lot of mental strain. I don't want to be putting myself through that. There is no reason why I would put myself through that. What I decided to do is I decided to do this challenge, but I decided to keep some of the rules, and then I decided to change some of the rules and make them kind of my own. So I created my own challenge. I called it 75 Sustainable Challenge, and this is what it would look like. Rule number 1, water. So I will aim at drinking 3 of those. I think that should be fine. Rule number 2, diet. And I'm keeping this rule as it was in the original challenge. Just a healthy diet. For me personally, I already have a quite established diet. I do meal preps almost every week. Need to work on that. I have to work on my portions. So this is my personal goal with this challenge, is going to be to work on my portions. I already started like test driving this thing, like I've been doing it for 2 weeks now. It's going to take some effort, it's going to take some work, because obviously now that I'm eating less, I'm more hungry more often, and I need to somehow balance it out so that at the end of the day, the overall amount of food that I consumed is lower than what I used to. My personal goal is to get into the habit of eating less food per meal. The third rule, training. I'm gonna be training every day for 1 hour. One day will be a rest day, and then I will also add 3 walks per week for 30 minutes minimum. Next rule, reading 10 pages per day, non-fiction, and I will be using Kindle. And I added a rule, meditation 10 minutes a day. So these are my rules. I'm also going to do it for 75 days, because why not? This is a week 0 of my 75 sustainable challenge, and this week we're doing all the preparations. It's going to be a series, obviously, of 10 or 11 videos where I'm going to document the whole process, and we will see how that goes. But I'm much happier with the rules that I have for this challenge. I would not be as happy to do the other challenge with this original rules, so I'm actually really excited and looking forward to this one. It's Friday. There's a lot to do because on Sunday I will start the challenge, and there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done. And I started slowly getting my information together, but obviously the bulk of the preparation needs to happen today and tomorrow. So I think the very first thing that I need to do is go through my calendar and see if there is anything on my calendar that might be in the way of me completing this challenge successfully. According to my calculations here, the last day of the challenge will be on November 16th. So it's September, October, and half of November. Holy shit. So one of the things that I decided to do for this challenge is I decided to take measurements, so circumference, and look at my weight on day 1 and on the last day. I need to put circumference and weigh-ins in my calendar as well. Now I think what I'm gonna do is I need to plan my weeks in general. I want to create some sort of template that I can copy and paste to every week. One thing I know for sure, and it's very easy, is that I will work out in the morning. And I think that I'm just not gonna overthink it too much. I'm just gonna do Sunday to Friday. I'm working out, I'm going to the gym, and then on a Saturday, rejuvenating for the next week. So I actually spoke with my employer and I asked if I could push my day an hour. So instead of doing 9 to 5, I'm gonna be doing 10 to 6 now. And the reason for that is because especially if I'm doing this every day, there is no way I can wake up at 6 every day. I just know it. I just know myself. I want to wake up at 7. I want to go to the gym, and then I want to come into work after that. And so if I'm pushing my gym 1 hour later, that means that my entire day has to then be pushed an hour. They said there was no problem with that, so that's what I'm gonna do. So my morning is gonna start at 7. I'm gonna do like a recurring, just repeat, custom, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So my strategy is to get most of this stuff done as early in the day as possible, because then it's going to be out of the way. I don't have to worry about it. I don't want to leave anything to a chance. I want everything to be scheduled, and I want everything to be scheduled as early in the morning as possible. So I'm giving my morning routine, instead of half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm putting meditation here. My workouts need to be 1 hour, but I also need to take a shower and get ready for the day. So I'm gonna give myself about 15 minutes to do that. Okay, this is what we have, and it's looking very nice and organized. I have my morning routines. On my work days, I have my reading. I have my... Where's the walk? Okay, wait. I'm just kidding. It's not finished yet. Something that's not part of the challenge in any way, but I know that for preparation I need to have it. Planning my next week's meals, grocery shopping, putting together a shopping list and grocery shopping, and also the actual meal prep. And now I have my meal prep, shopping, and planning down as well. So, and reading too. Oh, look at that. I already have everything. Beautiful. Okay, so the next 2 steps are gonna be a little bit more lengthy. I'm gonna do it off camera. My dumbass decided to do some laundry right before I sat down to film. So we're doing ASMR segment. Okay, so it's Saturday, which means that tomorrow is the first day of 75 sustainable challenge. I don't know what my emotions are. It doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to do mentally is normalize it, if that makes sense. just earlier today, I think I was thinking, whoa, I'm gonna be going to the gym every day. I don't think ever in my life I've done that. I will be going to the gym every single day except Saturday. Like, how is it gonna go? Like, what am I gonna feel exhausted? Am I gonna feel done? Like, and then I was like, you know what? You get up every morning and you go to work every single day, except obviously the weekend, and you don't question it. Yes, on some days you feel a little bit more tired. Yeah, on some days you feel a little less motivated. But at the end of the day, you get up and you go to work. You get dressed and it's normal. You don't question it because you've done it your entire life. Well, this is what people do. So what I'm trying to do now is apply the same thinking as I do to going to work every day, to going to the gym every day. So not make something big out of it, but rather the opposite, that it's just a regular day. And this is what we do now, you know, and it's just, that's how it is. That's what life is. And there is nothing special about this 75 days. In fact, the reason why I called it 75 sustainable is to prove a point and also to create something that I can continue doing after I'm done with this challenge. Anyway, this is not actually what I'm here for now. So just to show you quickly what I'm working with so far. So like I said, I would create the 75 Sustainable Challenge Google Sheet. What I did here is I created the tracking tab where I put the first day and the measurements that I will be taking. And then I also created a follow-up on a day 76. If we go into the workouts, you see it's blank. The way that I decided to approach my fitness program is I change my fitness program every 6 weeks. Because this challenge is 75 days, which is almost 11 weeks, I'm going to need 2 different programs. I'm not going to do it right away. I'm not going to do it now because I want to see how the first 6 months is going to go. Then I'm going to see what works, what doesn't. And then from that, I work out the second program. That's normally how I do it, and I'm not going to change it for this challenge. I'm going to leave the days as they are, so it's still going to be 2 cardio and core, 2 lower and 2 upper, but you know, the exercises will change. I always have the basic exercises in my programs, so there's going to be a deadlift for sure. There's going to be a squat. There's going to be an RDL in one form or another. There's going to be hip thrusts. Moving on from the workouts, obviously I don't have a plan yet, but I'm going to do it today. So for my meals, so I think that this is what I'm going to use as a template, and it's very useful because I can see what I need for the office and what I need for home. Obviously what I need for home is not like, I will still meal prep it, but it doesn't have to be put in containers, it doesn't have to be brought to work, etc, etc. And then I actually, for my own convenience, put together a meal prep agenda or like a to-do list. I broke down the recipes into actionable steps. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this video here because my preparations are almost complete. I have a general idea about everything that I'm doing. I just need to finalize my workouts. And today I'm gonna do a meal prep for next week, but it will actually be a part of my week 1 video. So stay tuned for that. Overall, there's gonna be about 11 videos. This is week 0, all the preparations. Week 1 will be an actual first week of the challenge, and so on and so forth. I will create a playlist. You can head over there and you can watch all of the videos if you're interested, if they're up already. Thank you so much if you're still here. I'm really excited about this, actually. I'm curious how I will do. I have confidence. I think I will be okay. Like, I think I will do it. I'm just feeling positive. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And I'm really excited that I am actually sharing this whole thing in these videos. I'm gonna catch you in the next video. And until then, stay handsome.